Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning in this week to This Georgia Clay. In this week's vlog, you'll finally see the reveal of our beautiful room. I'm so thrilled with how this makeover of our guest room suite came out. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love being in this space. I love coming down the stairs into the basement, and this is the first space that you actually see, and I absolutely love it. So let's go ahead and get into it. In this week's vlog, we are partnering with our friends at Brooklinen. They sent us over some beautiful linen duvet and sheet set to utilize on the bed, and I absolutely love the color scheme that I went with. So let's go ahead and get into this week's vlog. All I can say is wow, it looks absolutely gorgeous. And now it was time for finishing touches. So I decided to keep this bed. I went back and forth. I'm like, I don't know if I want to change it up. I thought about maybe doing an upholstered bed, but ultimately I felt like this bed really went with the vintage theme. I was able to find this beautiful vintage rug on Amazon, or excuse me, oriental rug on Amazon, and I absolutely love the color of it, the color palette. It's a gray and beige, but because the carpet is gray in here, and then also there are some beige tones that I will incorporate in this room, I figured it was the best bang for your buck, and it was absolutely beautiful. I love the color of the rug. Again, I love the texture of it. It's really, really soft to the feet. I just absolutely love it.
What do you think?
I'm loving it how it's coming out so far. I love the floor. I mean the rug. It's so beautiful and so soft. Like really, really, really soft. If this was a larger room and we didn't have the fireplace, I definitely would have went with a larger rug, but I didn't want it to be so close to this area here, just in case people have shoes on here, which they shouldn't have, but just in case. But I love it. What do you think?
Yeah, I like it.
It's really, really nice. And to think this is a rug from Amazon, and it's washable too, so just in case any guests spill anything, I don't have to worry about it. I can throw it in the washer. But I love it, and I got it for, we're gonna sell it 69 bucks. Can't beat
$69?
it. Yep.
That's
Can't
big.
beat it. So I love it. It's oriental rug. This one is gray and beige, but it has some green undertones in it, and I thought that would be perfect in this room. I didn't want to do something that was too loud, like just like a generic green and white rug. I wanted something to kind of help ground the space, as well as the carpet is still gray in here, so it kind of helps to blend in without standing out too much. As you guys know, I love Brooklinen products. I do partner with them quite a bit, and I just am a firm believer in their sheet sets, as well as you guys know that I partner with them for our linen closet, so they do offer different products rather than just bedding as well. But in this particular collaboration, we're going to be doing a new sheet set and duvet for the guest room to match with the vintage vibes cottage feel in here. I definitely wanted to change it up and add some color. Normally, I'm just a girl that goes for creams and whites within my sheet set, but this time I wanted to do a splash of color. I have been waiting to unbox this box for quite some time now, but it's time to go ahead and make this bed as it should be and finally get the finishing touch within this room. So let's just talk about their packaging. I haven't received any Brooklinen packages in a while, so if this is their new packaging, this is absolutely beautiful. It's so sweet. I love this. It looks like it's just tucked in, kind of like a pillowcase, like a little present, little envelope within linen. I love that. So nice. There's this one here as well. Looks like this is the duvet. And then it looks like these are the sheets here. As I can tell, the coloring's a little bit darker here behind this. So let's go ahead and open it up. Within this space, I really wanted a relaxed fit when it came to the bedding in here. I wanted it to look natural and beautiful. So I chose the Wash Linen Hardcore Sheet Bundle. It includes one fitted sheet, a flat sheet, 2 pillowcases, 1 duvet cover, and 2 extra pillowcases. And I absolutely love it. I decided to go with the splash of color here, and I chose the olive color, which I know is totally not my style or my thing when in terms of I love creams and whites with my sheet sets, but I just really figured that in this room being that mountain olive color, that hey, an olive sheet set was just the perfect complement to that. So I really also, another thing I wanted to point out is that the fitted sheet is extra deep. So my mattress isn't that deep. So I just went ahead and tucked it underneath itself. However, it works really good for if you have like really deep mattresses. You wouldn't have any issue with the Brooklinen products as well. I love how organic it is and how airy and beautiful, and it looks so good. I decided to change it up and do a cream duvet cover rather than just all olive, and I'm glad that I went with that because it was just a nice added softness. There's something about throwing up that last finishing touch and just how it flows and how airy it is. I just love doing that. But I just think it's so beautiful. Now, I would encourage you to wash your linen before making your bed, but of course, I'm making this bed in the purpose of this vlog series, and I absolutely just couldn't wait for everything to be put together in this room and share it with you guys because it's been such a long time for this reveal. But of course, the more that you wash Brooklinen sheets, the softer they become. They truly are just beautiful linen. Again, thank you so much to Brooklinen for partnering with me on this particular room. I absolutely love it. I think my guests are going to enjoy these sheets as well because they're super comfy. If you guys are interested in your own sheet, make sure that you go ahead and check the description right now and be able to save $20 off on your next order as well. So let's go ahead and get into adding some finishing touches. I really wanted to incorporate, again, that vintage style, antique kind of feel within this space, those kind of elements. So I found this beautiful canvas from Studio McGee. Absolutely love it. It has been selling out pretty quick, so I had to go ahead and order it online. I stayed up, until about 1 in the morning trying to get this actual photo. So in my area, we have 3 Targets around us, but they all seem to be selling out with home decor really fast. So a lot of the items that I get, unfortunately, I have to purchase online rather than getting them in the store because they just don't have them by the time I'm able to get there. So this is one of those pieces and I absolutely love it. I love the brass detailing around the side, and then also it plays into the picture frame or the frame that we built for the TV if you guys saw last week's vlog. So let's go ahead and start decorating. So for the last finishing touch, of course, we need new curtains in here. So I was so grateful to be able to partner with a company called TWOPAGES Curtains, and they sent over these 2 curtain panels. They're called Stefana Sober Print Linen Blend, and the color that I chose is called Window Pane White, and it's beige. So the number is W16, so if you're looking for it online. Now they are customizable. So these are going to be based on my preferences that I wanted for the window in terms of how far the width I want it, and then also the length of the drape panels as well. So it's all going to be dependent on what you need for your home, but I absolutely love it. And again, I chose basically like a plaid print for the drapes because I wanted something to warm up the space, but then also bring in, again, some additional texture and lines in here rather than everything just kind of looking the same or being the same. So let's go ahead and put them up. One thing I also wanted to mention with these panels is I got the memory shape, so therefore when they're hung on the window, they'll keep its shape rather than you having to essentially fluff the drape or curtain. That is a personal preference. If you like that stiff, form-fitting look, then definitely go for the memory shape. If you don't, you just want it to kind of be just free-flowing, kind of like a linen vibe, then most definitely get the other kind. Already one thing that I can say is that they are great quality. They're really heavy. So that's one thing that you want to account for, making sure that you got a good quality rod, but they look so beautiful. The rod that I got was just a simple rod from Amazon, but it's in that nice antique brass finish, and I figured that it goes quite well with the other brass finishes that are in the house. Before we can hang up the new curtains, it was time to take down the old ones. And I have to say I was ready for these things to go. It worked for the time being, when, like I said, when we first moved in, but it was really time for an upgrade. So after Matt had installed the window shade there, it was time to install the new curtain rod. I wanted the new curtain rod to sit up a little bit higher than the previous one, just to be more in line at the top of the ceiling, so Matt had to remove some old drywall hooks. After the old hooks were removed, it was time to add some spackle just to make sure that we covered up those old holes before we made new ones. So here's Matt making sure that everything is level. As you guys know, he makes sure everything is level before he does anything. This man does not do anything by sight. But I told him that I wanted the curtain rod to sit 6 inches away from the window on both sides. So there he is, making sure that everything is level before putting in the new anchors. For my curtains, I decided to go with a triple pleat, and I absolutely love how it looks. These curtains came with an adjustable hook here, so you can able to change the height of your curtains. So if they hit the ground a little bit too longer than you want, then you can use that to adjust it. But I absolutely love it here. It looks so, so pretty. So one last final detail are these pillows here that I got from Amazon. Absolutely love the pillow covers. I'm a firm believer of just getting beautiful pillow covers and then spending money on a nice quality insert. And I think that these Euro pillows actually added a nice finishing touch. Again, keeping with the stripes theme there to incorporate the other throw pillow that's on the bed as well. And I just love the fringe look and just softens it up just a little bit. Hey guys, welcome to the Bridgerton suite. I feel like in this room, you have to watch Bridgerton in this room. Like, it's a perfect setting for that. I am new to the show, the series. I wasn't watching it prior, and my daughter turned me onto it last month or so. So if you guys watch it, you'll know what I'm talking about. That it's perfect for that time frame. It's perfect for that setting. So this is now the Bridgerton suite. So anyhow, I'm so happy to share this with you guys. I feel like this room has really become an affection of love, and so much work that went into this space, and it's just something that I want to share with my parents, which are mainly going to be our guests here when they come and visit. But to be able to have a space for them to come and relax and to enjoy when they're coming all the way from California to Atlanta to come and visit us. So I absolutely love it. I can't wait to get their reaction. They'll be here in the next week or so to see my daughter off for prom. So I will get their reaction of how they like it and then show you guys the next time once we have another vlog so you guys can kind of see that. But I wanted to go over some of the items and where we got things so that way you guys can shop the look if you guys want to. Of course, everything that I can link will be linked in my LTK page, and I think I was able to link basically about everything, so you'll be able to shop the whole look to be able to duplicate it in your own home or get inspiration to be able to tackle a room similar to this. So let's first start off with the rug. So I wanted an oriental rug in here. I placed another oriental rug in my daughter's room, Leah, and it is pink and white. And ever since I did that project, I've been wanting some type of oriental rug. I just love how they look. I love the vintage appeal of them. And so I was able to get one and put it in this room. I love this one because it's from Amazon. It is a washable rug as well. So I don't have to worry about anyone in the guest room spilling anything because I can just take it up and put it in the wash and it'll be just fine. But I love it because it was only 69 bucks too. Got it on sale. That was the sale price. But I'll, again, link everything that I can so that way you guys can purchase it too. But I love it and it's absolutely so soft. So another area as well that I wanted to share with you guys is I got these. I tried to link them. This is the only thing on my LTK page that I won't be able to link because I got these a couple of years ago when we first moved to our house. I was going to do a boho theme in our daughter Lanaya's room, and she decided to go in a different direction. That's why you guys haven't seen her room because I have not decorated it. Out of all my kids, you've seen all the other 2 rooms, but that room I did not decorate. And I will be doing a refresh. She's going off to college in the fall, and I want to give her a beautiful room to come and visit us. Or maybe I should send her down in the guest room because essentially she'll be a guest at that point. But I don't know. I'll keep her room for now. So we're going to go ahead and redecorate that room. So you'll see that probably in the fall. But anyways, these are some hanging baskets that I got from Target, and I absolutely love them. And I was like, oh yeah, I remember those. And so I put them in here and took them out of her room, and she's just been waiting for me to redo her room. But she got vetoed. She should have waited for mom. Another thing as well that I wanted to show you guys is I got these from Target. They are part of Studio McGee's line. And they're just some end tables. At first, when I purchased them, Matt said that they looked like TV dinner trays and he didn't like them, but he didn't like, he should know by now that give me some time, you'll be able to see the whole style and theme come together. But at first he just judged the piece of furniture, and now he absolutely loves them. I feel like they're a nice accent in the room to help break up all of the green and black that we have going on here to add those wood tone elements. I also got the lamp, again, Studio McGee. No, this is just a regular threshold collection. And I like the lamps. I ultimately wanted to do some sconces here, but it just aesthetically it wasn't gonna work out. I wanted sconces that weren't hardwired. I wanted to do battery, but the ones that I could get had like a long base on them, and it wasn't going with the theme that I wanted. So we scratched that and decided to do some end tables, and came out just fine. So with these lamps, I also wanted something that was battery operated because I didn't want to see a plug hanging from here. We do have plugs on either side, but because of the symmetry of the bed and the nightstand, I just didn't want to be able to see that plug. So I found these battery operated light bulbs on Amazon and I absolutely love them. You can take them out and walk around with them in case of emergencies, anything like that. But they work just fine, and they come with a plug as well. So let me just put this back in there. Not a plug, but they come with a remote as well. So I can turn them off, I can turn them on. I can also change the warmth. I can change them to, I believe this is like a bright white, another white tone, which is more bluish to me. And then also warm, which is the one that I recommend and I always keep it at. But I love it. You'll be able to also place them on a timer. You can increase the intensity of the light as well. So that was just something that, again, I found on Amazon, so that way I wouldn't have the plug. Now the plug is still here. I can use them in another room when we move or whatever the case may be, I can still use these without having to use the plug, and I can just plug them up and use a regular light bulb. So something to keep in mind. So another thing that I wanted to point out is this ledge here. If you guys seen the whole series for our guest room, I wanted to have a 1x6 here so I can use it as a shelf. The rest of the room, the trim is a 1x3. Is it a 1x3?
1x2.
1x2? It's not a 1x2.
Oh, no, you're right. 3. 1x3.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so a 1x3 on the rest of the room.
Corrected.
On the rest of the room, and then here is a 1x6 because the 1x6 provides additional room and also strength for the items here. We also put a decorative trim underneath here. Again, that adds for additional strength as well. So that way I wouldn't have to worry about how much weight that I was actually putting on this ledge and making sure that it wasn't gonna fall on my guests while they were sleeping. So that was important. I got this from Amazon. It's the same company that is the canvas that's on the fireplace. So I love it. It's also the same print that I bought from Etsy as a digital download for my frame TV upstairs. And so I wanted to have something like, you know, like cohesive spaces, and that's probably something Matt's thinking like, oh, that does look like the same picture. So yeah, that is a same glimpse of that particular picture. This is the Kinfolk Garden. They have a home decor book that I see a lot of people use, and it's just called the Kinfolk. And when I saw they had a garden one, I was like, oh, that'll be perfect in this room. And then also another thing too, I wanted to point out the sleeve of the book. I didn't necessarily like it because it didn't go with the color scheme. But what I did is I looked at the reviews on Amazon, and some people took pictures of how it looks without the skin of the book. So I was able to see, oh, it's green. Perfect, add to cart. And so that's how I came up with that. So I was able to find the original cover, and you see this just doesn't go with the look here. So you may not be able to, I mean, you may want something in your room where you're like, it's just not gonna go, I won't get it, but make sure that, again, check the reviews, look at the pictures, and this coming off makes a huge difference, and then it was able to stay in this room. So that made a lot of sense. Another thing as well that we received or got, these were some books that we got from, what was it, Goodwill? And I believe for a bag of books we spent, I don't know, maybe it was like $7 or so. And I just went through the aisles in Goodwill, and then I found books that I actually liked the page color to give that vintage look. They weren't too white, they weren't too beige. So that worked out just fine. And I'm just using them here aesthetically to be able to hold up this particular vine. I got this from Target. I have 2 of them on either side, again, to create some symmetry in the room without this seeming so busy and nothing actually flows or matches. So that was the importance there. And then also to help bring some greenery as well. Yes, the room is green, but we also need some green textures from plants. I am a plant mom outside, but I do not bring the plants inside. So we only have faux plants inside the house. So that plant is here. It was $25. I did pay full price for each one. But I think it was worth the investment. I love them. I also wanted a little watering can here as to give the illusion that normally if these were real plants, you would have a watering can to water them. So I did purchase that, and that is part of Magnolia collection too. Again, this one is that same print that I showed you guys earlier, and it's from Studio McGee. It is a canvas print. I love it, again, with the brass detailing, absolutely gorgeous. And that print as well is part of Studio McGee, and I love it. Just to create, again, a moment here. I like the layered effect and also complementing the brass detailing there as well. But that one's just a little bit more darker and moody to help tie in with the darker moody walls. On this side, this is a brass candle, and it's part of, I believe it's Hearth and Hand. Yes, so it's Hearth and Hand, it's canvas, it's the scent. Absolutely love the scent. At one point, maybe I'll burn it, but probably not. But also having the candle open, you can smell it in the room. It's just not as strong as if I, were to burn it or whatnot. Here's that same look duplicated on this side as well to provide some cohesiveness within the space. And then I love these candelabras that I got, and also ties in with the fireplace mantle of having those gold elements with the candelabra. But this one is part of Hearth and Hand in the same fluted candles as well there, and I absolutely love them. Moving on this section or the other side of the guest bedroom, we did have an echo here, and so I decided to go ahead and keep it because I am able to talk to my guests from upstairs or in other rooms, so that works out. And then also they can use it too, play music, whatever. Matt picked this actual arrangement. This is part of Studio McGee. and it just helps to give some more color in the room, and then texture as well with having them plants, and it's spring too, so that helps out. And again, the same candle as well, excuse me, the same lamp is on this side as well. I love these. It has a little drawer here so I can put things, and then also this is where you're able to charge the light bulbs. So one thing that also got another glow up per se in this room is our window treatments. Before, we just had some basic white window curtains that I got from Home Goods, and they weren't really doing the room any justice. I mean, they were the wrong size. They really didn't touch the floor or anything like that, but it was just something to be able to go ahead and let my parents come over and visit us. We had just moved into the house, and this room really hasn't been touched in almost 3 years that we've been in our home. In September, it would be 3 years. It's crazy. It's gone so fast. But again, TWOPAGES reached out to me and wanted to collaborate, and I'm so thankful that they did. I absolutely love their window treatments. I have just been drooling at them on Instagram every time that I see them, and I absolutely love them. I'm so impressed with the quality of the curtains. It's just, they're so beautiful. Again, I chose to go with a pattern in here because I feel like going with that cottage style Bridgerton suite, vintage vibes, that you really needed something that had plaid. Really, like in those rooms, when I look at Pinterest ideals and things like that, it really had plaid elements in the room. So I captured that here. I also went with a plain shade here as well, just to kind of give it a rest to the eyes. I didn't want to do a textured curtain, or excuse me, Roman shade here. So it's just a nice ivory shade. Another thing to tie in the plaid and stripes is on the bed. So on the bed, I mimic that same look as well. So I just got this pillow as part of Hearth and Hand from Target. And then these Euro pillows that I received from Amazon. They're just a cover, and then I inserted some down pillows inside of them, or inserts. I do spend a little bit more money on my inserts because I do use down, because I just feel like it gives me the perfect karate chop. So that's the reason why that I get them. And then these are just some normal pillows for the guests. But I absolutely love it. I think that they complement the room very well. This is just, again, ivory, complementing the windows, and then black because of the bed has black in it as well. So I just wanted to have some complementary colors. So moving over to this space here, I absolutely love it. Again, this is a chair that was given to me by Caraway with my collaboration with them. And it just provides a space here for my guests to enjoy, to relax, to be able to read a book, to have conversations for someone else that's in the room with them, or even when they're just by themselves. Again, the TV is a full motion TV, so it can be pulled away from the wall if they wanted to move them out over to view the TV while sitting in the bed, sitting in the chair. I don't want them to do that, but that's something they most definitely can do. Now, the jewel in the room, I would have to say, is this beautiful fireplace. I wanted something that had vintage appeal here, so that's why we use a braided detail here. And then also I asked Matt to build me a fireplace that had a lot of dimension and depth in it. So that's why it has the 2-tier here, and I absolutely love it. I feel like it helped to bring the room all together. And then changing this accent wall to put shiplap on there in a vertical treatment rather than just going horizontal. Or I could have had the board and batten go around the whole room, but I really wanted this space to be on its own because fireplace is just absolutely gorgeous and it needed a moment for itself. So on the fireplace, I got these from Amazon, just some candle holders. It was 6 for $10, so that was absolutely great. Again, the same fluted candles here. It was a pack of 6 for $10 as well. I'm going with the 10s. And then even this canvas print, it was $10 too, and it came mounted in the wood frame, so it helps again to tie in those wood elements here. This is a DIY frame that my husband and I did. If you saw last week's vlog, you guys saw the frame TV come together. People had asked me, do I like this look rather than an actual frame TV, because a frame TV is expensive. And I totally get that, but I do have a frame TV. But I had that in our living room area, and that's just somewhere where we really don't watch TV that much, but I wanted the aesthetic look of the frame TV. I would have to say that with any TV, it's gonna have like it's gonna have like a gloss finish because it's a normal TV. And a frame TV takes that away. It has a matte finish on it, so you don't have that, and it truly does look like a piece of art. But for a cost-effective visually appealing TV rather than just having a black box on the wall, definitely, I would definitely say go ahead, pull up YouTube, and get you a beautiful canvas print. That's free, by the way, and then also make you a frame. And the frame only costs us about 50 bucks. And a lot of people gave us a lot of love on the frame too, because they said it was the most easiest frame frame DIY video that they've seen, and a lot of the other ones can be a little bit more complicated, but it really isn't that hard. It's just taking the time to get the cuts right, because it does need to be at a 45-degree angle, taking the time to do the sanding and painting it just to make sure that it looks really, really good. And other than that, it's not that much. So I love it. So thanks for the love on that. I think my guests are gonna love it too. They're really gonna come into this space and feel like there has been attention and detail on every single wall, every single element in the room, even from the chandelier as well. That's something that I wanted to point out. A simple chandelier that I got on Amazon, 69 bucks, but it's dimmable as well. I didn't know that until today when Matt asked me, like, hey, can we dim the chandelier? And I looked it up and I'm like, wow, for $69, I got a dimmable chandelier. Didn't even know about that. So that's something that he can change out that we plan to do in the future. But other than that, I believe the room is completely done and I love it. And I can't wait for my guests to come and enjoy this space. I think now, because Matt and I said we're gonna have a staycation where we actually come and have a night in the room before we open it to guests officially. And I think we're gonna do that this weekend. So it's nice when you can have a free vacation at your own house. You don't have to go anywhere. And this is truly like an Airbnb. I told Matt, I was like, we should open a bed and breakfast. And he was like, nah, but maybe if we just open an inn and don't do the breakfast part, because then that means that I have to cook. Maybe we can get a lot of you guys to be able to come and do that. So that's something in the future that we are looking into in terms of like buying a property and making it beautiful just like this, so you guys can come and enjoy those spaces. Because, you know, just safety reasons, can't have you guys come to our own personal house, but something like that you guys can enjoy, but have that This Georgia Clay touch on things. So again, thank you guys so much for tuning in with us each week, for starting with us from start to finish of this room. I absolutely love it. It's beautiful. It's everything that I envisioned it to be and even more. I just love it. It's so pretty. And I think it's, I don't know. I love my bedroom too, but I love this room so much. Thank you guys so much for tuning in this week to This Georgia Clay. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, share it with a friend. And we're going to take off next week because we did a lot in this room and we need a little break. And our daughter is going to prom too, so we want to enjoy those moments with her. So see you guys when we come back. Bye, guys.
Beneath the moonlight, self-touch your hand in mine gets me every time.